In this video, I will be doing a review on the Kohree RV Leveler. This leveler is one of 3 popular levelers available on the marketplace that utilize a cell phone amp via Bluetooth connection. This allows you to see the level position on your cell phone. The 3 levelers are LogicBlue's LevelMate Pro, Rhino Storm's Leveler Pro, and Kohree's RV Leveler. They allow you to rapidly see the level of your RV when setting up at the campsite, both front to back and side to side, without having to walk around the RV with a spirit level. In fact, you can monitor the trailer level position from the cab of your tow vehicle, allowing you to select the most level spot at your campsite. The levelers can be used with both trailers and motorhomes. In this video, we will be looking at the Kohree RV Leveler. This device is made in China, and it is apparently only available on Amazon. I could not really find a reliable source of supply from any other vendor. They actually do have a website, but when you go to it, there is a disclaimer that for COVID-19 reasons, they have stopped selling from the website. So the only place you can buy it is from Amazon, apparently. And there does not seem to be any indication as to service available from the website. So I'm not sure what you would do if you had a problem down the road. And to set up the Kohree Leveler, basically, the instructions are on the back of the box. And there is an owner's manual, but a couple pages is all. So it really doesn't give you much information. The characteristics of the RV Leveler are an enhanced Bluetooth range with a claimed range of 98 feet. It also says that it has an external antenna, which is sort of true. The external antenna is still inside the case, but it is external from the circuit board. Battery life for up to 2 years. And the website states that the batteries are rechargeable, but they're actually CR2450s, and those are not rechargeable, so please do not attempt to recharge those batteries because you could have a catastrophic failure. And they do not provide a charger anyway in the box, so you don't have to worry about that. An accuracy of 0.4 centimeters, which oddly enough equals 0.1 degrees for an 8-foot wide trailer. And a hitch height feature. And with the Kohree Leveler, the batteries actually are under these little doors. And they're both CR2450s. These each are 3 volts. And actually, the mounting screw locations are here too. So when you put the battery covers on, you won't see any mounting screws. And if I measure across the positive terminal on each battery, I see 0 volts. That tells me that the positive lead of each battery is at the same potential, which therefore means that they're wired in parallel. If they were wired in series, I would get a 3-volt difference between the 2 batteries. Running the batteries in parallel will double the life, and of course the manufacturer claims up to a 2-year service life. You'll also see that there's an arrow molded into the case. That arrow is the up arrow, so when you mount it in the RV, it has to be oriented up. However, it can be mounted so that the front side faces the front of the RV, or reverse, or on either side. And of course, when you do that, it will change the behavior of how this works. However, in the setup, you will tell it which orientation that you used. For the mounting location, I chose the front bulkhead where the front storage compartment is. And that's a convenient place to put it. As long as you get it reasonably level, then it's going to be okay. And I actually used a piece of VHB tape to mount it rather than putting screws in it because I may change the location later. This was just for a test. And the next step is to install the app to your smartphone. Depending on if you have an Android or iPhone, you go to the appropriate app store. And by the way, I'm running an Android app. Android has only been supported since February of 2022, so you may run into some reviews of this that say it does not work with the Android app. That was true before February, but you can see that I'm using the Android app here. There is a QR code on the instructions to download the app. Disregard that. The app is now available on the Android Play Store. Search on Kohree Leveler and you can find the app. After installing it, I'm launching the app and it's waiting for the RV Leveler. And once I turn the leveler on, it will do its Bluetooth thing, and then eventually I'll get to the setup screen. In the setup screen, the first thing you'll select is the unit of measurement in inches or centimeters, then enter the width and length of the RV. Next, enter the rudder side, which I suppose is the Chinese way to determine which side of the boat the driver is on. You'll then select the device orientation, and that must match how you installed the device in the RV. Then once you've determined that the RV is level, then select the Set Level button, and that will record the level position. Also, before exiting the setup screen, make sure and select the Save button, otherwise you will lose the changes when you exit. Once the RV is level, you want to go into the settings screen and then set the level. We see that the RV is level, and if we try to move this, we can see that the tongue goes up and down, and then we can do right to left, it goes back to level. Also, there is a hitch position with a set and a recall. The hitch position allows you to know how far to raise the hitch up so that you can clear the hitch when you reconnect the RV. To use the hitch mode, we will assume you already have the RV level set in the app. When you arrive at the campsite and position the trailer to your liking, raise the hitch of the trailer high enough to clear the ball or fifth wheel pin of the tow vehicle. Then set the hitch position on the app. When you set the hitch position, you'll get a pop-up screen. At this point, you may disregard the pop-up screen, exit the screen, and you'll go back to the main screen which shows the current RV level. Continue leveling the RV by whatever method you use, either by using blocks or a leveler such as Lippert ground control or whatever system you have on your RV. When you are ready to leave the campsite, recall the hitch position in the app and raise the front of the trailer until you reach that position. At this point, you will have enough clearance to hook the trailer to the tow vehicle. I am working on a leveler shootout video between LogicBlue's LevelMate Pro, Rhino Storm's Leveler Pro, and Kohree's RV Leveler. The performance characteristics of the three units will be discussed in that shootout, so if you have any performance questions, wait for that video. That video should be published soon. Visit rv-project.com.